Hello everybody, I want to just talk about Honkai Nexus Anima real quick because I'm in the beta and I'm loving the game so far. I've been playing it. I played about 6 hours worth yesterday, but I had a problem with my microphone and so all of my audio came out horribly. So I just got a whole bunch of clips and I just want to go over some of the things that I found in the game that I thought were pretty good. Like, the game actually feels really nice. And I thought it was going to be a lot more like Pokemon-esque, but the combat system is definitely just it's a chess auto battler game, like team fight tactics, but not in a bad way. I don't know how it's going to be towards the end game, but currently, when you're about 6 hours in, it still feels okay. Like, nothing about it feels bad. The best part and the shining part about the game is definitely almost everything else, which is a little unfortunate, but the entire game as a whole definitely feels wonderful and fresh. There's so many different things to do and it's fun. I don't know how to explain it better than it's fun. So again, everything I say is from the perspective of about 6 hours of play, but the animation is wonderful. The voice acting is really good. There's a couple that I wouldn't have chosen, but it's still good nonetheless. So one of the fun little things to do are mini games that you can actually play as the Anima. So here we can take control of Boba Burb, who obviously is filled with boba. So he has access to a gun of sorts, and you're able to just shoot the balloons, and that's like just a thing you can do. And then the other one is you have Nom Nom, who is another Anima. He's just like this cute teddy bear, and he just destroys things. You just go into like a complete wreck room and you're just punching everything and destroying it, and your goal is to finish, destroying the entire room in X amount of seconds so that you can, complete your challenge. And again, he's adorable. I don't know what's better than that. Who is this little guy?
Finally, it's my time to shine.
Again, so there you can see more of like the world building. You just see that the Anima, they have like, evil versions. Again, Pokemon kind of did that already, but they have, evil versions and you have to stop them. And then they introduce you to all these other characters, Animas and people in like actual cutscenes. Like, these are fully animated, fully voiced out cutscenes, and like so it feels cool. It feels like you're watching like a show because there's so many of them and they're so in depth. And then you go into your your auto battle chess gameplay. Again, you just select where you want your units, and you do have the ability to interact with the characters. You have like abilities like we're using right here with the toast. We just drop toast on people. It does damage, it does stuns. So it doesn't mean that like, oh yeah, just throw my units here and like whatever, I'm walking away. And I think that's cool because ordinarily you're just like, all right, cool, whatever, I place them and do I win or do I lose? That's it. But you have to like kind of stay interactive just so that you don't, lose just because. So aside from the whole auto battle thing and everything, this is how you get your Anima. I had a friend who was very concerned that it's all going to be like, gacha stuff, and the gacha stuff helps. But that's not like the case at all. You'd probably need it later on in game, like for the gacha, the items or whatever. But if you want the Anima, you literally find it in the world. You walk up to it, you interact with it, and then you have to auto battle against whatever their team comp is. And now that you win, you have access to capturing it, and the capture is a chance. You just have to keep trying. You have 4 tries before it runs away, and if you're lucky, you get the guy, and now he's yours. Unfortunately, he does start at level 1. You have to like kind of feed him to get him, usable again. But it's not the worst thing in the world. Again, there's no gacha to get your character. So if we do take a look at the gacha, this is what the page looks like, and I think it's a little lackluster. I'm hoping that they change it in the beta because there's no animation. You kind of just click it and you just get what you get here. We were lucky enough to get a Furclore. Now, I did see Furclore walking around. Unfortunately, my level was too low. At the time, I think I was like level 12, and he was like a level 26 Anima. So I couldn't beat him in a one-on-one. I did try. So it's nice that, again, I was able to get him through the gacha, but I didn't need the gacha to get him. So aside from the amount of anima that are in the game, this was maybe 3 hours in I had this meant, there are chroma, which is, it's like the skin that you can change from them, and this one right here we have for a Phalux is a shiny one. And so you can have like regular chroma, which just changes the appearance, or you can have the shiny chroma, which again gives you the sparkles. It's just like shiny Pokemon. It's just, you know, like, hey, look, this one looks cooler and is rarer, and I'm going to use that one because. So I do think that my favorite part so far about the game has been the world. The map is huge, and again, there are parts of the map that are blocked because it is a beta, so like you do end up facing an invisible wall, but even though it's a beta, for what you still have, it's huge, and so I can only look forward to what happens afterwards. But you can ride your anima, you can glide, you can use them in the world to interact with different things, you can jump higher, or you can stun guys or something. Or you could come across this random cardboard box that you're just like, huh, this ran away. Why? Let me go ahead and chase it. And then after you do so, you're met with a puzzle, you know, that's like, hey, go ahead and attack one of these boxes that looks a little different. You choose it, you have another anima who's hiding inside of it. So you get this whole nother, you know, hidden side quest where you're finding a tail leap, and now you have the ability to attempt to catch the tail leap by performing different actions. Continuing on with side quests, I don't even know what this guy does, but I was in the sewer and there was some random guy behind a grate who just like ominously talks to you, and when you interact with him, he's just like, cool, we're gonna play. And there's this giant wall in front of you now, and the game just says like, hey, range characters will do significantly better here because, you know, everything here is ranged, and so you have to rearrange your entire team comp. It's just another challenge, another puzzle that you have to try to get by, and eventually, you know, you play it. You can win or you can lose. I don't know what happens if you lose. Fortunately, I won because Umbrella is such a beast when it comes to this thing because of her ability.
That's a win.
I would like to note also that I had gone into the sewer from another entrance, and I had to use a Nom Nom to break a wall and perform a little like puzzle where I was able to find another chroma variant for Olivesper. And so these things are just kind of everywhere, and you can have so many different things. So like this looks completely different than its original form, which is all green and grassy. So in conclusion, really, I like the game. I think in the beta, I will solidly, very solidly give it an 8 at minimum. And I think that there's only a couple things that I would like to see changed for the release. One of them obviously being the gacha thing that I mentioned. It just doesn't feel important, and it feels very boring to not have any form of animation. Like the screen just looks poor. I do think that the game needs to explain a little better also some of the combat choices that are here. It took just a little bit of trial and error for me to really figure out, because when you read them, they come up with the different like symbols for damages, whether they're physical or magical, and you have so many different like categories or like types of anima. And you get set bonuses for putting them in, but they don't, when some of the set bonuses, again, the way they're worded, they don't really explain exactly the way that you would immediately think that they would translate. And you're just like, oh, well, how does that interact with this? How does that really work? And there are tutorials, but the tutorials don't really cover the verbiage. And so like sometimes when you hover over an icon, it tells you exactly what it is. And these times it doesn't. So that's, again, a little bit more integral to the game, because that's the entire game. You're using the, you know, auto chess battler system, and if I can't, you know, think like, hey, well, how does this boost my guy, then what's the point of it really? So I think that needs to change. But again, the world is fantastic. I wish there were more anima too. I think there's like 83 in total, but the world's fantastic. Again, you get mini games, you get exploration, you get 1,000 anima, you have different little puzzles that you can do all the time. It's wonderful. It feels good. I'm going to be playing this like daily until the beta is over, and then I'm gonna cry myself to sleep because I'm going to have a hole in my heart because I'm not gonna know what to play, and I want to play this even more. I really like it. I'm really looking forward to playing more. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you guys are interested in more content for the game, or if you guys got into the beta yourselves and what you guys are using. So far, I did pull an Atraguses from the gacha, but I did take him out of my team because I have now fallen in love with the hate type. I love it, I love it, I love it. I think Parayaya is such a cool character. I wish her name was not Parayaya. But that's all I got for now. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know how it goes in the comment section below, and goodbye.